Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you some things that I pulled from my supplies to work on the first signature of my daughter's sewing journal. So in a few videos ago, I made this cover from an old sewing book. I used fabric, I used this paper to line the inside, and now I want to start thinking about the signatures. So this is a pretty large spine. My daughter wants to have room for putting in pictures of her completed projects, maybe saving inspiration for projects that she wants to work on, things, to write about, supplies that she might be looking for, that kind of thing. Just really just a journal of all of her sewing projects and inspirations. She's 16. I love that she wants me to do this for her. She loves all things vintage. She, we love to thrift together, all of that. So I really want to make this special. I mean, I want to make all my journals special, but obviously this is for my daughter. So I'm really going to put a lot of extra flaps and pull-outs and all those kinds of things in it because she loves that. So it's going to be really interactive. And so it's probably going to take me some time. I really want to put a lot of thought into each signature. A lot of times I put the signatures together, sew them in the book, and then go back and decorate. I think I'm going to do it a little differently this time. We'll see where the creative process takes us. Now, if you are new to journaling or bookmaking or anything like that, a signature is basically just a group of pages. So I'll have like a group of pages that's sewn in here and then here and then here. I'm not sure how many signatures will be in here. I mean, at least 3 to 4. This is a pretty large spine, but it's really going to depend on what I put in each signature or grouping of pages. So let me just show you what I've pulled out so far. These are things I know I want to use, but I'm sure I'll be going back to get more things. I'm definitely going to need some more papers, but let's just show you what I've pulled out so far. First of all, I pulled out a couple of these envelopes to use for pockets. I like the different textures of them, the different sounds that they make. She'll love that, so I know I want to use that. I have this little pad of very vintagey looking papers. I know that I'll be using this, whether maybe to collage on tags. I mean, this is perfect, right? So I know I'm going to be using some of these. I have this sheet. I think this is called mulberry paper, I think. And I do have some more of this. I may go back and get some more, but, from my stash. But I know I want to use some of that. I know I want to use this page in some way, especially because it has this sewing machine on it. So maybe a pocket or something. This is some more of the same paper that I used on the inside cover. And I do have some scraps from that I'll use. But I pulled another sheet out. I'll probably cut some of them out. We'll do something with that. Also have this pocket envelope, so I'm probably going to use this in some way. I definitely want to use the cover on this old pattern for something, and I have these patterns as well that I will probably use, and I can even use the one in here too. So yeah, I'll definitely be using this somehow in the journal. I want to use some of this really big ledger paper or column paper that I recently found at Goodwill. And then I have a reproduction of I think it's a Sears catalog. I don't remember for sure, but I pulled out some pages from that I thought would be fun. They're all kind of fashion inspired. So I definitely want to use these. I think these are patterns or ready-made clothes, I'm not really sure. And then this sewing machine, this is a ripped page, but that's okay. So the sewing machine ad I thought would be perfect. This I actually got at the Dollar Tree. So I want to use some of this. I like this color, pretty cool. I have had this in my stash, this sewing needle pack. Now I'm gonna take the needles out of here, obviously, they're falling out anyways. But I want to use this. Let me get this before I lose it. I want to use this as maybe like a folio and I maybe can sew some pages in it to take notes in, but I thought this was really cute. Definitely gotta take these needles out because they're falling everywhere, but I want to use this. I have some, I think these are, what are these from? I don't know. I think these are from an old magazine. So I just thought those would be good. So we'll use these pages somehow. I have this is a Tim Holtz background, but it's all like fabric swatches and things. I'm gonna use that. I like this little coffee dyed, I think it's like a, I don't know what you call this, parchment paper. I'm thinking. I want to use this little booklet somehow in here. I have this little piece of decorative paper I want to use. Then I have some pages from an old, like a diary from, I think it's from 1970. So I'm gonna use those in there. I have this random book jacket, but I really like this picture. I think she'll love it, very vintagey. So I'm gonna use this in there. And then of course I have some pages from the sewing book that we're using for the cover. So I'm definitely gonna use some of these. Oh, and here's a, where'd it go? There's a little coffee stained, coffee dyed envelope. Okay, so we got the sewing book pages. We're gonna use those. I pulled out some of my tea dyed papers that I made. Some of those. This is wrapping paper from a gift she got at her 16th birthday just a couple weeks ago. So I saved it and I want to use this in the journal. I thought this was perfect. And then let's see, I pulled some pages from my paper pads that I thought would be good. This one, and these are double-sided, so these will be great. This one has some sewing stuff on it, so I thought, and then the back is this cool piece. And then this looks like old pattern paper. This one's single-sided. My thoughts maybe with this would be to put it back to back. You know, it'll be folded for the signature for the pages. I'll have to trim it down. But I'm thinking if I glue it on these sides and these sides, then each of these pages can be a little pocket. And so that's probably what I'll do with that because it's white on the back. Or, you know, you could do it and stamp. I could stamp on some lines so she has some journaling spots. Lots of ways to do that, ideas for that. Then I have some PET stickers, these clear stickers. They're sewing items. I have this vintage looking, don't mind the dye on my fingers, this vintage looking lace PET tape. This is another PET, it's all sewing items. And then this one is really cool. It's like receipts from a clothing store. So I'm definitely gonna wanna use that in there as well. And then a couple other things. I have so many of these and I thought, you know, there's probably some way, maybe I can make this into a bookmark. I don't know, I feel like I can use that. Here's another one. And then this one is kind of vintagey looking. So I feel like these would be cool to incorporate in the journal in some way. So that is my thought process for the first signature. So this is a really short video, but I kind of wanted to show you, you know, my thoughts as I pulled items to use in the sewing journal. And then I really want to get started, but unfortunately I don't have time right now, homeschool mom life. So I will be working on this, putting these pages together, creating the signatures. I'll probably be doing some stenciling, some stamping, all kinds of fun stuff. So maybe I'll do a craft with me video as I put them together. But if you're wanting to make a journal and you needed some inspiration, maybe this helped you. But there we go. That is going to be the first in signature. Well, probably a couple of signatures, but anyways, enough chatting. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for craft with me as I put these together.